I'm a lover of whiskey, especially of the single malts. 10 years ago, I heard for the first time about Penderyn. My ears were burning and loved it from the very first moment. So to be a part of the 5th Icon series is such a great honor.
Bryn is so passionate about what he does. He's passionate about single malt, and the collaboration has been just great. I think it's something that's been very, very special for us as a brand, and you know, something that we'll celebrate for many years to come.
It's been a splendid evening, and what's amazing is to be in the middle of all these whiskey aficionados. And of course, the word whiskey in Welsh is whiskey, but if you want to pronounce it with a little bit of joy, you can say whiskey with a little H.
Signore, bassista nel cielo, assista voi pur, signore. Io sono davvero molto indiscreto e chiedo perdono se senza cerimonie qui vengo sprovveduto di più lunghi preamboli. Voi siete il benvenuto.
Wow, wasn't that fantastic? It's been said many times that Bryn's characterization is one of the great opera characterization in this part. The whiskey itself is smooth, it's light, it's creamy. It's from a bourbon cask. It's bottled at 41% alcohol by volume. It's got honey notes, it's got vanilla notes, and it's got it's a sort of ice cream soda in the taste. In many ways, Penderyn, in its purest form, in the sense it's matured in one barrel, so it's the Penderyn spirit, but one barrel instead of perhaps 2 barrel maturations that we've done in the past.
Thank you, Stephen. The Penderyn Icon series, as Steve has said, really represents Wales' greatest achievements, like Dick Penderyn, which was the very first one of the 5 that we did in the series. Great Welsh events and great people associated with Wales that have reached international status. So for us and for my daughter and I to celebrate this great man's achievements on a Penderyn bottle of special edition whiskey was a real humbling experience for us. We had to think long and hard about the imagery, search through the archives, really consider every little piece of typography so it represented the great craftsmanship and the hard work that this man puts into his singing and his career. The red flocking, the red velvet finish to the bottle represents really the feel of the opera and the theatrical curtains. But I think what it reflects is what we're trying to do with Penderyn and make it the best in class.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the management of Penderyn. Thank you for the staff of Penderyn. Thank you for the directors on the board of Penderyn, and thank you for this incredible opportunity to be a part of the series. There are 5 already, and it has to be said, 5 is my favorite number. Whiskey is one of my favorite tipples. What does whiskey mean to me? It's the first thing that I turn to when I'm sick, when I have laryngitis, a little bit of Penderyn, a little bit of Manuka honey, some hot water, maybe some lemonade. Drink it before you go to bed. Hopefully the next night will be in fine form. Not many things within one's career have a highlight pen for me. If I can say a couple of things, in maybe 1987, in a Butlins Eisteddfod in Pwllheli, I won the open baritone solo and went home to the farm in Pantglas with a cheque for £150. And I remember that as something that put a smile on my face. Receiving the Queen's Medal for Music, the second recipient after Sir Charles Mackerras, in 2003. 2006, I was given the Commander of the British Empire. yet again, the shock and somewhat wonderful pleasure to hear such news. But when I read that letter, that I was going to be a part of this wonderful series, I was running around the garden jumping hoops. And having seen the bottle for the first time tonight, and of course, Mr. Davis has already given you, there's honey notes, there's vanilla notes, but for me there's definitely bass baritone notes. And as an opera, it's like a Flemish painting. Falstaff integral to the middle of that painting, but all the characters around him play a very significant part in the opera itself. And then there's that magnificent fugue that the orchestra, already the instruments, are mirroring some of the characters, and the textures are like this whiskey. Very interesting, very floral, very joyful, very drinkable. And of course, Falstaff is a connoisseur of wine, food, and maybe, in his own youthful mind, women. And he says, in the beginning of that fugue, tutto nel mondo è burlo, all the world is a jest. And then that very famous saying at the end, which is how I feel tonight. You know, he who laughs well laughs last. And I'm the one with a smile on my face tonight. And of course, I had to study very hard all the whiskies of the world. I had to buy a little bit more already towards my sumptuous collection of whiskey, even after the Paris show. But if you haven't been up to the distillery, you should go, have a private tour, taste the whiskey, see how they make the whiskeys, see those barrels, see the Madeira casks, see the Bourbon casks, see the passion they have up there. And I have to say, mar rhaid mi ddeud, it's a tremendous honour to be a part of such an iconic Welsh company, to follow such an iconic man as Gareth Edwards, him being the fourth with The Try, but to be the fifth with Sir John Falstaff, maybe Bryn Terfel second to him. I sang in Sir Geraint Evans' memorial in Westminster Abbey, and just to close as I started, that was also something that put a smile on my face, because it was the first time that the Welsh flag was flown above Westminster Cathedral for our own special Sir Geraint. So Sir Geraint, this is also for you. Diolch yn fawr.